and that fee was $1,154. What's good, YouTube? Welcome to my channel. My name is Sharif, aka the Melanin King. Thank y'all so much for joining me today. If y'all enjoyed this video or learned anything new, anything valuable, just drop a like on this video. It will be very much appreciated. Now, from the title of the video, y'all already know what I'm going to be talking about. So what I want to do is I just want to do two different parts of this video, basically. So it's all going to be in this one video, but basically the first half is going to be, well, not really the first half, but the first section is going to be really about me telling all the people who wants to start the real estate journey, how much it costs for the test, how much it costs for the course and everything. And then later on, I'm going to talk about how much it costs after you get your license, like all the fees to sign up with a brokerage and all of those. Real quick, if y'all wondering what is going on behind me here, the thing is I want to make this room my studio room. So right now it's not complete yet. This is in my basement and I just want to complete this later on. Of course, like I said, it's turned into a studio room, some soundproof around here, but that's going to be later on. So y'all going to gradually see it get better over time. And a little bit about me is I just got my license about 2 weeks ago, so I'm a fresh agent. The good thing about that is if you're just starting as well, consider subscribing to this channel because I'm going to take y'all on the journey with me on how I'm going to grind, how I'm going to accomplish all my goals. I'm going to do a video soon of a day in the life of a real estate agent. I'm 20 years old, by the way, so a young agent at that. So if you're interested in any of that, just hit the subscribe button and turn on post notification. I'll be posting 2 videos every week. I might make it 3, but right now minimum 2 videos every single week, I promise. But anyway, let's get into the video. First things first, we're going to talk about the cost for the course. Now, for me personally, I paid $525 for my course. Basically, there's 2 different types of course. You can do the in-person one or you can do the online one. Now, for me, online is not the best for me because of the fact that I don't really work good like when I'm reading, all types of articles and everything. If you work best that way, then that is the best for you. The online course is like a little bit cheaper, I'm pretty sure. I saw one on Real Estate Express for like $200 or maybe even cheaper than that. But the in-person one, of course, you got an instructor and everything. That's a little bit more costly. Like I said, mine was $525. Originally, I did go with Real Estate Express. I paid for the online one, and I paid $600 because I paid for like an online instructor. But this instructor, you have to email him, and you get flashcards and everything. And I didn't even end up completing the course because I just couldn't do it. Like I was just so much reading, I didn't even know. And they give you 6 months to do it, and I was busy at work because I have a full-time job, and I just could not complete it. The reason why I paid for the online one, even though I knew that I didn't work good that way, is because I was watching a whole bunch of reviews and it was all telling me if you don't pay for the online one and you want to do the in-person one, then this business is not for you, all this and that. I do not agree with that at all. If you feel like you work best like that, if you work best in a classroom environment and everything, but of course right now, COVID and everything, you have to do it through Zoom and everything, but it was still amazing. I'm glad it was through Zoom because I don't want to have to drive all the way to the the place and everything, wherever it was going to be. The Zoom was absolutely amazing, so I would recommend that. But yeah, I paid $600 the first time for the online course, didn't even complete it, and I paid another $500 some months later for the for the Zoom classes, which was considered the in-person one. So that's the first cost. But depending on where you live, the state and everything, there's going to be a price difference with some of these. After you have passed the course, you have to pay for the test itself. There's 2 portions of the test. There's the state exam and then there's the federal. For mine, I live in Illinois. It was only $55, but I have heard of like $90, $100, $150. Depends. Like I said, it depends on your state. So far with the virtual course and then with the test, that is $580. And also, anytime you failed the test, whichever portion you failed, and if you fail both, you have to pay the same amount of money to retake it, and you get 4 chances to retake it. And after you take it, after the 4th try, you have to retake the course again. I don't know if it's for all locations, but as far as I know, for mine, you don't have to pay for the class over again. You don't have to pay it for like $500 again. It's just if you failed it and like all 4 times, you have to just go through the class again, and you have to pay $55 again. So after you have passed the class, now it's time to join the brokerage, which for me, joining KW, it was $299 to join. That was called their onboarding fee, and they tax that fee as well. The next fee is the fee to join the National Association of Realtors. Now, I don't know about y'all, but the way my instructor explained it, I thought being a realtor and being a real estate agent was like totally different, which it is. But I thought I didn't have to be a realtor, But come to find out, that was part of it, because if you want access to the MLS, you have to be part of that. Otherwise, you're not going to have access to it. And we all know that's one of the most important things right there. And that fee was $1,154. Now, that was the biggest fee of all. And depending on the month that you started, it's different. For me, like I said, I started in March. But if I had started in January, it would have been $1,086. And if I started in February, it would have been $1,018. So each month is different depending on which month you start. They might have a little discount that month or something like that. I don't know why it's different. I think that's the reason why. So all of those are the basic costs of starting up. Now the rest of the costs that I'm about to explain to you are basic costs that you really don't think about. Like for example, me, I have a lot of ripped jeans. That's the type of style I wear. I'll pop up some pictures right here. Now of course in this business, you know, you want to dress formal, you know, you want to dress to impress. That's why I got this little suit on and everything. I don't really wear this all the time, but you know, I had to pop it out. So yeah, things like that. I just went and spent $500 on new clothes, just buying a whole bunch of formal clothes because I'll be the only one at the office wearing outside clothes and ripped jeans and all that. So you don't have to, but it's recommended, you know what I'm saying? And then you gotta spend a lot of money on gas because I've been driving around buyers to all types of different places and tenants that I've been trying to help find properties. And then 9 times out of 10, they're not gonna like the first thing that they see, so you have to keep going to different places, so that's a lot. But the benefit is it's a tax write-off. You know, spend the money on gas, any maintenance that's on the car and everything, all the repairs, save those receipts and proof and all that, because at the end of the year that's a tax write-off. And then of course, you know, you gotta keep your hair fresh and everything, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I used to go get a haircut like once every couple months because I usually wear like a do-rag on my head or something like that, but now I gotta stop wearing that because I'm trying to look professional, you know. So now I'm trying to get a haircut every 2 weeks. I don't know if that's too long or anything, but that's what I'm thinking right there. 2 weeks is good. So that right there for a haircut for me personally is $35, which means that's $70 a month. So that's an extra $70 that I have to add on to my monthly payments. And you know you're gonna be signing papers with clients and everything, so I definitely recommend getting the manicure. I think that's what it's called, either manicure, pedicure, I don't know which one is which, but you know, the ones for your fingers and everything, because you don't want to have these booty fingers all on the customer's face. You know, they look at that, you know, they really look at that. So you want to, you know, just little stuff like that. You know, I'm gonna do that because I definitely got the booty fingers and I'm trying to, you know, I want to pull my finger there. Ooh, what he been doing? Yeah, okay, I'm right. Okay, I'm good. So, you know, just little things like that. But that should be everything. I hope I've covered everything. If y'all have any questions, let me know down in the comments. I ain't gonna lie, I'm a little nervous making this type of video because I have another channel, but I definitely don't make any type of content close to this. So this is definitely something new for me, a whole new world. But I just can't wait to explore it and see all the new things, all the great things that come with it. So I hope y'all will come stick with me. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what y'all want to see in the next video. Like I said, we posting twice a week minimum, okay? We gonna drop a 3 if it's a good week, but twice minimum, okay? Appreciate all the support. I'll see y'all in the next one.